is actually a mummified orange. OK, I took the insides out.
One of the most daunting aspects of APP criteria for science that teachers sometimes find difficult to implement is observing and measuring over time.
This doesn't happen instantly. This took about 3 weeks, and then it kind of doesn't, it doesn't change any further.
But CPD trainer Deborah Herridge has devised a simple investigation which can be started in the classroom and continued at home, and uses the ancient Egyptians' method of body preservation known as mummification.
Your weaker children will be able to observe that there was a change. Right? It's no longer soft, it smells different, it's changed colour, it's hard, it's shriveled up, weighs less. Your more able children may well have been able to observe those changes, but also to have measured some change as well.
Today she's challenging her delegates, not with oranges, but with another kind of fruit.
We're actually going to mummify a tomato. And we've called it Investigating Mummies, and I'm doing it particularly to show how in science sometimes we use modelling to get ideas across. I wanted to give them something that not only demonstrated how an investigation could work with APP, but how an investigation could stand alone as a really good science investigation, not connected with any other published schemes of work, and could fit into a topic. I want you to eviscerate your tomato, if you will. So if you can just make a small incision, trying to keep the shape intact, and scoop out all the insides. You'll need your bowl, so small incisions, scoop the insides out. So you don't want any of the seeds left inside, but we've nothing there. First of all, you have to remove the insides, and then we looked at the processes of drying. So it's not a real mummification process, but it's near enough for a classroom. The next stage is to make your natron salt. So if you remember, it was 4 parts sodium bicarbonate and 1 part table salt. Yeah, you put some in the cavity, so what's happening is that chemical is going to draw the water out. Now at this point you need your sandwich bag, because your homework for the next 3 weeks is to put this in a nice, warm, airy place and watch what happens. I wanted to have a standalone science investigation that was valid scientifically, so that the children were thinking about what they were trying to find out, what they were trying to measure, how they were going to do it, all of those investigative steps, but also that it would teach them something about what was going on thousands of years ago. If you do practical science, you will cover all of your APP. That's it. That's just it. You will. The evidence generates itself through practical work. Well, the mummy activity is always very popular and it goes down really well. And the feedback on the day was that everybody was going to do it and they wanted to do it, and they were going to take their tomato home and stick it on the windowsill and watch what happened over the next few weeks. So, yeah, pretty good.
Much more interesting rather than just looking in books all the time. Practical, hands-on, cross-curricular links, which is great towards creative curriculum.
Very practical. I think the children will absolutely love it.
And I'm going to take it home and treasure it and hopefully see it turn into a mummy.